062 train Bronx Park East. There's a copy. I'm gonna hold you as there's a 5 train going to East 180th.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is Parkway.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear
22.5 radio check.
22.5, 5x5.
Cop.
Conan at East 180th.
Hey, there's a copy. Your next call could be Simpson Street.
Wait for Simpson.
062 train, thanks for going at Bronx Park East. Your next call could be your next stop, East 180th.
2024 train requesting a lineup out of Woodlawn.
Yeah, line about a Woodlawn. Your next call could be Bedford Park Boulevard, Lemon College.
Copy.
Parkway.
R142A. You may go over to Manhattan Tower for instructions.
Yeah, do that.
Trip.
This is the 2002 train, Simpson Street.
Simpson Street does a copy, and that's going to make us 149 Grand Concourse.
Copy 149.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is Bedford Park Boulevard, Lehman College.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
22.5 requesting lineup at a Dyer.
Yeah, line about a Dyer. Your next call back be Morris Park.
Cop.
East 180th 062 train has a copy. Your next call could be Freeman Street.
Bedford Park Boulevard, Lehman College.
2028 4 train, Woodlawn New Lots, calling in for radio check.
28-4, radio check, loud and clear.
Copy.
2024 train, Bedford Park.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train.
Bedford Park does a copy. 24 train, your next call back is Burnside.
Copy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Quentin 5 Simpson.
Simpson does a copy. Your next callback is 149 Grand Concourse.
XxLegendaryWariorX.
Select bus service. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is 183rd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 183rd Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is Burnside Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh 62 train Freeman Street as a copy. Your next callback will be your next stop, Simpson Street.
Burnside Avenue.
2028 4 train ready to go out of Woodlawn.
28-4, you have line up out of Woodlawn. Your next callback will be Bedford Park Boulevard.
Copy.
train Burnside.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next
Burnside as a copy. Your next callback will be 149 Grand Concourse.
Copy.
Stand clear of the
Morris
closing
Park,
doors,
125.
please.
Morris Park does a copy. Your next callback will be East 180th.
2002 train 149 Grand Concourse.
149 Grand Concourse as a copy. You can go over Manhattan Tower for the instructions. Thank you for the rest of your trip.
Copy.
Simpson Street as a copy. Your next call will be 3rd Avenue 149.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is Mount Eden Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Mount Eden Avenue. This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is 170th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Train 28 4 train, Bedford Park Boulevard.
Bedford Park does a copy. Your next stop is Burnside.
Burnside.
This is 170th Street. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
.5 train called in at 149th
This
Street
is a
Grand Concourse.
Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next
149 Grand Concourse has a copy. Punch for Lexington. Your next callback is your next stop. 138 Grand Concourse.
It's got to be for 138.
22.5 is
Clear
that
of the
180.
closing doors, please.
180 has a copy. Your next callback is Simpson Street.
Copy.
This is 167th Street. This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is 161st Street, Yankee Stadium.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train. The next stop is 149th Street, Grand Concourse.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
2075 train, 138th Street, Grand Concourse.
138 Grand Concourse has a copy. Go to Manhattan Tower for instructions. Thank you for the rest of your trip.
That's a copy.
Oh 06, 1/3 Avenue, 149. That's a copy. Your next call will be your next stop, 149 Grand Concourse.
.28-4 train, Burnside.
Burnside has a copy. Your next call will also be 149 Grand Concourse.
149.
This is 149th Street, Grand Concourse.
Transfer is available to the 2 and 5 trains.
24-149.
This is a Manhattan-bound
149 has a copy. Your next call will be your next stop, 138 Grand Concourse.
Grand
Copy.
Concourse.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
.149 Grand Concourse has a copy. Punch for West Side. Go to Manhattan Tower for instructions. Thank you for the rest of your trip.
This is 138th Street, Grand Concourse.
Transfer is available to the 5 trains.
Twenty-four 138.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train.
138 has a copy. Go to Manhattan Tower for instructions. Thank you for the rest of your trip.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
22-138.
Repeat.
24-138.
2024 for 138. That is a copy. Your next callback's on 125.
Copy.
2002 train, 72nd Street.
72nd Street, that is a copy. Next callback's going to be times 42nd.
Copy 42nd.
2006 for 135th. Next callback's 96.
The elevator is at the rear of the platform.
24125.
24 for 125, that is a copy. Next callback is going to be 86th Street.
Copy.
86th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
$2010 586.
And 5 for 86, that's a copy. Next callback's going to be 59th.
We're 59.
Yep.
Thirteenth Street Union Square for the O2.
Union Square for the O2, that is a copy. Next callback's Brooklyn Bridge, City Hall. Actually, next callback's Canal.
Got freaking
2010 5 calling in at 59th Street.
59th, that is a copy. Next callback's Grand Central.
Time for Grand Central.
Transfer to the M86 Select Bus Service.
$24.86.
This is a Brooklyn bound
86th Street for the 24, that's a copy. Next callback's to be 59th.
Copy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Train, Town Square.
On the 42nd, that's a copy. Next callback 14th.
Copy 14.
2010-5 train calling in at Grand Central.
10-5 for Grand Central, that's a copy. Next comeback 14th Union.
Third 14th.
As you exit, please be careful.
1028 trains at 138 Grand Concourse.
Transfer is available to the 6 and
Look in the concourse, it's a copy. Next comeback 125.
125.
Transfer is also available to the F and C train by walking to Lexington, 53rd Street Station, and using Coney or your Metro card.
2459.
This is a Brooklyn bound.
2024 for 59th Street, that's a copy. Next comeback Grand Central.
Grand Central, 42nd Street.
Copy.
stand clear of the closing doors, please.
...2006 for 96, that is a copy, next to like 72nd.
One, 2, 5, 28.
125 for the 28-4. That's a copy. Next up, 86th Street.
86.
20 under 2 train, 14th Street.
14th Street, 10th Avenue. It's a copy. Next up, Chambers.
Copy Chambers.
Canal Street for the O2.
024 Canal. It's a copy. You have line up onto the express. Next up, Brooklyn Bridge.
Copy.
This is Grand Central, 42nd Street. Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report,
2010-5 calling in at 14th.
the NPA police is
14th Street. That's a copy. Next callback to be bypass the canal.
Copy for bypass canal.
Square. Connecting is available to the Long Island Railroad and Metro North. This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
24 Grand Central.
Grand Central. That's a copy. Is your door open? Your door's open.
The next stop is
Yeah.
14th Street.
That's a copy. Next up, 14th Street, Union Square.
Copy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
22-5-13 in the concourse. Green for instructions.
It's 2022-5 for Grand Concourse. It's a copy. Next callback to be 125.
Copy.
Oh, 06 for 72nd, that's a copy. Next call back to be for Times Square.
Brooklyn Bridge City Hall.
Brooklyn Bridge for the 026, it's a copy. Next callback's Bowling Green.
Copy for Bowling Green.
2010-5, your callback's being extended. Next callback's Brooklyn Bridge City Hall.
Copy for Brooklyn Bridge.
22-5, Harlem 125.
Harlem 125 for the 22-5. That's a copy. Next, callback 86th Street.
Copy.
.2028-4 train, 86th Street.
2028 for 86. That is a copy. Next, callback 59th.
59th Street.
2002 train, Chambers Street.
2002 for Chambers. That is a copy. Next, callback is going to be Wall Street.
Copy Wall Street.
Transfer is available to the M14. Select bus service.
24 Union Square.
24 for Union. That is a copy.
2010-5 train, Brooklyn Bridge.
2010-5 for Brooklyn Bridge. That's a copy. Next callback is going to be Fulton Street. The 2020 at 14 Union. That's your next callback should be Brooklyn Bridge.
Copy.
.5 train calling at Fulton. .5 Fulton Street.
10-5 for Fulton Street. That's a copy. I'm going to hold you there briefly while I confirm the train ahead of you gets to Bowling Green.
.2028-4 train, 59th Street.
2028-4, 59. That is a copy. Please hydrate. Your next callback is going to be Grand Central.
Grand Central.
2002-6 Times Square. That's a copy. Your next callback is 14.
Bowling Green.
02 for the green. That's a copy. Next callback is Borough Hall. The
Copy.
train's going to get Fulton, which is the 2010-5. Can proceed out of Fulton Street. Next callback is Bowling Green.
86 in Lexington.
Lex 86 up to copy. Next callback 59.
Copy.
This is Brooklyn Bridge, City Hall.
As you exit, please be careful of the gap between the platform and the train. Transfer is available to the J and Z trains.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
24 Brooklyn Bridge.
24 for Brooklyn Bridge. That's a copy. Your next callback is Fulton Street.
This is the 2002 train, Wall Street.
2002 for Wall Street. It's a copy. Next callback at Clark Street.
Copy Clark Street.
2010-5, Bowling Green.
10-5 for the green. I'm gonna hold you really briefly. It's gonna be no more than like 30 seconds, and I'll have you proceed and have you pull outside of Borough Hall if need be.
2028 train, Grand Central.
8-4 for Grand Central is a copy. Next callback's 14th Union.
Union Square.
24 Fulton.
4 Fulton, that's a copy. Please hold. There's a train ahead of you at Bowling Green.
Wall Street.
59th Street, 22-5.
59 for the 22-5. That's a copy. Next callback's Grand Central.
The closing doors,
Copy.
please.
I know Wall Street exists. I'm giving spacing.
I'm back at Borough.
About to say, 2010, you can proceed out to Borough Hall. 2002, you can proceed to Nevins.
Borough Hall.
2002, proceed to Nevins Street.
Copy.
Train, Clark Street.
Clark Street for the 2002, that's a copy. Next callback's Nevins.
Copy Nevin Street.
Can a 24 proceed or no?
Oh, yes, 24. We could proceed out, go to Bowling Green. 2006 at 14th. Next callback's going to be Chambers.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 4 train. The next stop is Bowling Green.
Stand clear of the closing doors,
Grand Central.
please.
Grand Central for the 2022-5. That is a copy. I'm going to hold you briefly just for spacing because the train ahead of you hasn't gotten to 14th. But I might have you call. Actually, no better. Let me know when you're passing 23rd.
Copy.
Nevins.
28 for Union Square.
Nevin Street, that is a copy. Next callback's going. Well, you've got local line up. Next callback's Atlantic Avenue. 14th Union.
Yeah.
Your next callback's going to be Brooklyn Bridge.
Brooklyn Bridge.
The 2022 that I told you to call it 23rd. You're clear to 14th Union.
Copy.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
2010-5, Borough Hall.
10-5 for the hall. That's a copy. Next callback's Nevins.
This is a Brooklyn-bound 4 train. The next stop is Borough Hall.
24 Bowling
Stand
Green.
clear of the closing doors,
24 for the
please.
green. That's a copy. Next callback's Borough Hall.
Copy.
2010-5 11th Street.
Repeat. 10-5.
Evans.
Nevins for the 10-5. That is a copy. I am willing to hold you for connection.
Train, Nevins.
Evans Street, that's a copy. Connection established between the 2010-5 and 2002. Both trains closed down when ready. Actually, wait. 2002, you do have to hold for a brief moment. The train ahead hasn't gotten to Parkway Center yet. But the 10-5, you can proceed out. Next callback will be Franklin. 06 for Chambers, that is a copy. Your next callback is Wall Street.
125 Square of Union.
225 for Union Square, that is a copy. Your next callback should be Brooklyn Bridge.
Copy.
Also forgot to call that back Atlantic. I'm at Bergen.
That's a copy. That is a strike. However, you can proceed and let me know when you're in Franklin.
Copy.
B2000, disregard the hold. Your next callback should be Grand Army Plaza.
Copy, Grand Army.
Borough.
This is a new lockdown.
Earl Hall for 24. That's a copy. Next callback's Nevins.
The next stop is Nevins.
28-4 train, Brooklyn Bridge.
28-4 for Brooklyn Bridge. Your next callback's Bowling Green.
Bowling Green.
This is Nevins Street.
Transfer is available to the 2 and 3 trains.
Nevin.
This is a new
24 for Nevin Street. It's a copy. Your next callback, next stop, the Barclays Center.
stop is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Transfer is available to the D, N, Q, and R trains. Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
24 Atlantic.
This is a new
24 for Atlantic Avenue. It's a copy. You've got it. You already have it. Next callback's Franklin.
Copy.
Evers College.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
22-5 City Hall off the Brooklyn Bridge.
22-5 for Brooklyn Bridge, City Hall. Next callback's Bowling Green.
Copy.
I might actually have you hold at Fulton instead.
This is the 2002 train, Grand Army Plaza.
2005 for 2002 for Ground Root Plaza. That's a copy. Please hold momentarily. The 2010-5, that's at Franklin Avenue. That's a copy. I would have you hold, except there's traffic coming up behind you, so I'm going to have you proceed out. Next callback's president.
What? You mean
10-5, callback at president.
You mean Utica?
20.
Look at my name.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. Sorry. I'm used to the 5s going to Flatbush. Yes, go to Utica. Get out of here.
2028. 28 for Bowling Green.
28-4 for the green. That's a copy. Next callback's going to be Borough Hall. 2002 for Franklin. That is a copy. Your next callback's going to be President Street.
Copy for President Street.
$2006 for Wall Street. That's a copy. Next callback is Clark Street. 2002. That's at Grand Plaza. You can proceed to Franklin.
Copy Franklin.
I'm back at President.
President Street. 2022. If you haven't gotten to Bowling Green, I'd suggest holding outside for a moment.
All right.
2020, you're going to hold for a moment. The...
Copy.
2022-5, please hold outside of Bowling Green.
Copy.
Thank you. Peace.
$22.5 is holding at the second signal before Bowling Green.
Disregard. Proceed. I was looking at times. You're all good now.
Copy. Will advise when doors open.
Cool.
28-4 Borough Hall.
28-4 for the hall. That is a copy. Your next call back is going to be Nevin Street.
Nevin Street.
$20.10.5 terminated at Utica Avenue.
10-5 for Coney, Utica Avenue. It's a copy. Terminate train. You do not have a layup, if I recall, right?
No.
That's a copy. Terminate train. Now the crew will take it further down. We'll take it to the layup. Have a good night.
Bye-bye.
026 for Clark Street. That's a copy. Next callback is Nevin Street.
2002 train, Franklin Avenue.
Franklin Avenue for... Actually, hold on. Yeah. 2002 for Franklin Avenue. It's a copy. Connection established between you and the 2020. One moment. 2020 can proceed out. Next callback's going to be President Street.
What?
Next callback's President.
Copy President.
I'm still at President Street. What's the next call back?
I apologize, 2002. I didn't hear you call in. Next callback's going to be Church.
Copy.
All right, and what about me?
Hold on a moment.
$22 Bowling Green.
2 for the green. There's a copy. Your next callback's Borough Hall. Apologies for the slight delay.
28-4 is at Nevin Street.
28-4 for Nevins. That is a copy. Your next callback is going to be Franklin Avenue.
Franklin Avenue.
2020, I'm going to send you out next callback, Crown Heights, Utica Avenue.
Copy.
Train President Street.
President Street, that is a copy. Your next callback is going to be Winthrop Street.
Copy Winthrop.
This is Crown Heights, Utica Avenue.
Borough Hall.
Transfer is available to the
Borough Hall for the 2022 next callback's Nevin Street.
Select bus service.
Copy.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the front of the platform.
'24 Utica.
24 for Grand Heights, Utica Avenue, that's a copy. You have local lineup. Your next callback is going to be Junius Street.
Copy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Calling back to Church Avenue.
Church Avenue, it's a copy. Your next callback is going to be Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue.
Copy that.
2002 train Winthrop Street.
20-2 for Winthrop, that's a copy. Proceed to your next stop, Church.
Copy Church.
Nevins.
28-4 Franklin.
Nevin Street, that's a copy. Your next callback is Franklin. Franklin, your next callback is going to be Utica.
Utica.
This is Sutter Avenue, Rutland Road.
This is a new Los Angeles bound for local train. The next stop is Saratoga Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Oh, 06 Nevins. I just realized I missed the connection. However, your next callback is going to be Franklin Avenue.
2002 train Church Avenue.
Church Avenue for the 2002. Your next callback is going E. Newkirk Avenue.
Copy Newkirk.
This is a new Los Avenue bound for local train. The next stop is Rockaway Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Utica Avenue.
24 Crown Heights, Utica Avenue. That is a copy. Your next callback is Rockaway Avenue.
Rockaway.
This is Rockaway Avenue.
This is a new Los Avenue bound for local train. The next stop is Julius Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Train, Newkirk Avenue.
That is a copy. Please hold. Train ahead of you hasn't even gotten the flappers yet.
Copy holding.
Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue, last stop for the 2002-6.
Brooklyn College, Flatbush Avenue for the 2002-6. It's a copy. You can terminate your train. Have a good night. 2002, you can proceed out of Newkirk and let me know when you're at Flatbush.
Copy Flatbush.
Franklin Avenue.
Franklin Avenue for the 2022-5. That is a copy. Next callback, your last stop, Crown Heights, Utica Avenue.
24 Juniors.
This is a new Los
24 for Junius. That is a copy. Next callback is New Lots Avenue.
stop is Pennsylvania Avenue.
Copy.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is a new Los Avenue bound for local train. The next stop is Van Sicklin Avenue.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Last stop, Utica.
Starting at Utica Avenue, if I recall, you do not have a relay, so that being said, you can terminate your train.
302 train, Flatbush Avenue.
You too.
2002 for Flatbush Avenue, it's a copy. You can terminate your train. Have a good night.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Rockaway Boulevard. Rockaway Avenue.
Yeesh, you're so tired. Rockaway Avenue, that is a copy. Your next callback should be Van Sicklin Avenue.
Van Sicklin.
New lots.
New Lots Avenue, it's a copy. Do you have to go take that thing to the yard?
No.
That is a copy. You can terminate your train.